Hello, happy Mardi Gras. It's Cherry Enchantress. If you haven't seen me in a while, that's who I am. Cherry Enchantress. And I'm here. I have kind of this mask I've had for very many years, and some of the feathers fell off right under my cheek. Anyway, happy Mardi Gras. I hope you saw in the community page that I was going on at 9. Hi, how are you, Cheryl? Thank you. I'm gonna move this over here so it looks like it's on purpose that it's okay. There. Now you can't tell. Hi. I can't see. Wait, where are my glasses? El AirPod perdido de Nam. Hi, Terry. Hi, Rainbow. Thank you. All right. I have my computer over here, so I'm going to keep track of you on my computer. But maybe we'll add some bubbles too while we're at it. Let's see, bubbles. There. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Hello. Hello. How is everybody? Happy Mardi Gras. Should I look at it over here? Yes. It's been a minute since I've been live with my face. It's just because a few of my different lighting instruments have kind of fallen apart, so I haven't had like really good lighting, and what I'm using now is like, I don't know, but we'll work with it. All right, so we have Terry, thank you, and Rainbow, and Toki, hi, and Cheryl, thank you. All right, let's get busy. Terry, what? I got my Valentine's ring on too, so it's like we're celebrating Mardi Gras and Valentine's Day. So I don't have a lot of stuff like ready, but I do have my enchanted romance right here. And in fact, right in front of me, I also have Kipper and the liniment. And right in front of me, I have a couple of message decks. So that is what I have right in front of me. And as always, nearby is my romantic fairy. And this is, I forgot to do my daily, I mean, not forgot, but I just ran out of time to do my daily dust for Valentine's Day. So bright early as I can get up tomorrow, or as soon as after I'm done with live tonight, I'm going to do your daily dust with the Romance Angels deck. But it's here if anybody needs to use it. So thank you. Wait, let me just give everybody little hearts and likes and hearts. So thank you, Terry. Thank you, Rainbow. And thank you, Cheryl. And thank you, Toki. Alrighty. So I'm so hyper tonight. I had some coffee this morning, but I decided, you know what? Today I'm going to enjoy food, and I had pancakes because today is also National Pancake Day. So I got a free short stack from IHOP. I hope somebody out there did that too, because that's exciting. And I also got pizza tonight because I'm gonna not have pizza for a very long time, starting Ash Wednesday tomorrow, which is Valentine's Day, and that doesn't make sense. But I might have to make it Ash Thursday, and then, yeah, have my chocolate tomorrow for Valentine's Day, and then go on a go on Lent. Basically, I like to eat. I like to have that period to readjust and start fresh. All right, so. All right, Terry. Well, I do have that. I know, let's see. You might want a different deck other than the Enchanted Romance. You tell me. What would you like to read? What kind of reading would you like tonight? Then I can go get it. What also, the Dragon Fae is the deck that I used for Mardi Gras. I don't know if I even mentioned it in the video, but if you like the Dragon Fae, that's a great one to get some messages. So we can use that as our festive message tonight. Let's see. I think maybe I will. You want that dragon deck? Okay, I'll be right back. I have to get it. Let's see if I can put this way. I'm going to put y'all in the sack. There. I'll be right back to get the Dragon Fae deck. Doesn't it look cute with the bubbles like that? Okay, hopefully that wasn't too noisy. All right, Dragon Fae. Let's see what we get. All right, Terry. General reading. Yes. Gotcha. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? It's a whole different vibe. All right, let's see. Dragon Fae deck. I've been playing this fun game with Sammy. Actually, Sammy has also offered to do some pendulum readings, but I know he doesn't want to go live with his face, so maybe he'll like hold him off screen. He's so handsome. I don't know why. He's just not really feeling that right now. Oh, look at what you got. This is me, you guys. I wish it was. This is Gwen and Eliush. She always comes out. That's so nice of her. Isn't she beautiful? And Terry, I feel like you have her spirit in you too. So this is Gwen and Eliush. Let me tell you about them. And I might have to, I don't know if there's any way I can put my glasses on with my, let's see. Nope. Nope. I might have to take off my mask. Oh my goodness. Okay, here goes. Here goes, everybody. You can see what I look like now. Haha. All right. The secret is out. There she is. It's number 16. Gwen and Eliush. They speak as one. Dear one, never be surprised at the ways in which your connections to the mother and to the earth are being birthed into the world. If you experience prophetic dreams, right? Sift through the images and messages to know that all insights are worthy of attention, and most especially your own. The inner world and the earth's magic are both speaking to you and wishing for you to answer. Do this by connecting with your own inner self. We know that you are searching for answers that are indeed within you. Yeah, the message kind of came out, been coming out, that the answer is within you, all of you collectively too, and that the path you're walking is not easy under your feet. We all return to her, the great goddess, our mother. The earth wishes for you to reconnect with her in simple, pleasant, and joyful ways. Friends and food, laughter and love. Don't fear your own true self, your intuitive self. There are many ways your people use for truth. There are many ways, words, there are many words people use for truth of who you are, which can lead to confusion, just like reading that sentence. And there has been fear and suspicion seated in our minds, which can lead to mistrust. So know that from your true magical self, magic with a K, that you are a being of magic with a unique blend of earth, air, fire, and water. We've talked about that before, haven't we, Terry? Like all the elements that you can work with. So they all make up your spirit, and you're receiving messages. And yes, you can also hear them, just as we can hear each other's thoughts before they have even developed into words. In time, you will come to understand these silent ways of communicating and know the truth of your belonging to the old ways. Know that all things, all beings, plants, animals, and etheric have so much to share with you, and you're never alone. So these two, Gwen and Eliush, are dragon-free prince and princess of the forest, and they're in like perfect harmony. They appear completely different to others, but they are truly in complete harmony with each other, despite external appearances. So in this image, Gwen appears as a beautiful fairy, and Eliush as a diminutive dragon lord who works with the dragon fae to safeguard and keep the knowledge of Earth alive, and to keep the fairy realm safe from human ravages and interference. He is the leader of a gathering of dragon fae who report back to Gwen on what is happening throughout the world. She is so wise and has seen so much, yet is ageless, just like me. He never gives in and will never abandon his people. The dragon fae, regardless of their form, because they are all children of Gaia. Both Gwen and Eliush wish you to know that you are beloved for your unique qualities and that blending in is not the way. This message is for everyone who has ached, not knowing it comes from their separation from the old ways. So it's this feeling that you sometimes, if you feel disconnected, I feel like it comes from an older place. Oh gosh, I'll be right back. I have to go get my plug, my charger. I'm losing battery. I knew there was one thing I was forgetting to do tonight. There we go. Where were we? So, sometimes I feel like you and I are connected from a past life. And in that time, it was like our connection to the earth, like the sorceresses of earth, you know, is our natural energy. But it's hard to connect to that in these times because it's just different. Certainly there was a time where that was shunned too, but there was also a very beautiful period where that was the spirituality of the time. Thank you. So, yes, Mojo, I'm doing super chat readings. All right, for a little while, just a little while. Anyway, so I'm gonna add to the Dragon Fae and see what else we get. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my deck, even though it is a romantic deck. It doesn't mean that it's about romance. It's just that life has lens. Life is love, you know. It's interesting. We have her on the bottom. She's the Three of Wands, and it's about waiting, like in divine time. Let's see what comes out for you. Hey, Maurice. Congratulations, 18 months. All right, let's see what we get. How is things going for you this month? Okay. Woo! Terry, look at this. So you got the Six of Wands. That's like being recognized. And also it has that flare of fame, which to me could represent something about you or something about someone you might be coming in contact with. It's kind of this feeling of um, um, recognition, but more like also being known for something and finally like being appreciated for the things that you do, being appreciated for all the work that you put in something. Yeah, being you know, this, and this is our connection, I think, because he represents Sir Galahad, who went to go look for the Holy Grail and came back, celebrated that he found the Holy Grail. So I feel like it's something like that too. The time period that the Arthurian time that a lot of us in this community are connected through that time period. And in that age, there was a certain energy that we had that seemed natural, so natural for us. But now things it doesn't seem as natural in this time period, and so much that we do feel sort of awkward and against our natural grain. But anyway, this is good news though. You're going to feel recognized. You're going to feel that enthusiasm again for doing well. Maurice is saying, things are just average for now. How are you doing, Cherry? What does the card see for me in my current job and finances? Always want to see if things change. Okay, well, we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Let's keep seeing for Terry what else is coming up. Anything that we need to know. All right, it feels like Nine of Wands is kind of good too, because Nine of Wands is, and then we have a lot of fire energy, which is good as well. And Aries being fire sign, that kind of represents, if you, I feel like if you put passion into something, or you find something in your, something that you're passionate about, even if you fail at it, it's not as bad because it was something you cared about a lot. I know that seems kind of contradictory, but I feel like it's important. It's important for you to have a lot of passion in something, and even if you have to keep, it's like try and try and try again until you get it right, you'll enjoy it a lot better instead of something that's just kind of ho hum. You fail at it, it doesn't matter because you didn't really like it that much in the first place, you know. I feel like it's something that if you mess up or you need to try again on something, that you'll have more fire behind it. You'll have more drive to get it right the second or third time because it's something you really want to get right. So I feel like that's kind of the focus here. It's like putting your mind on something that you really is important to you. And the Nine of Wands is like a second wind. It's like you're finally gonna, you've had a chance to look at all your bumps and bruises along the way, and you're like, okay, ready to keep going. But you know, this is kind of like taking a breather or whatever. This is also a little bit of somebody might apologize to you. Somebody might ask for forgiveness, or somebody might actually be very heartfelt about something, possibly soon. Or just like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like a lie. It feels very like honest. So some kind of real honest talk or words or something like that. Especially like how they feel about how you're doing, even if it's in work, you know, like even if it's a job that you're doing, because it could very well be because of this, you know, it's like, but this could also, this can span any, you know, a person appreciating you in a romantic way, but also could be, you know, like you're the beloved, but it could also represent a person appreciating you as like, you know, very amazing and putting you kind of on a pedestal. But it's not like you got there easy at all. And you know that it takes a lot of work. You have to still keep going. But this is good news too. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles means money coming in, and it feels like it might have been delayed a little bit. Like you may have thought that it should have come in a little sooner, but this is saying that it has a specific timing, and the time is about to be ripe, and money situations are going to feel a whole lot better soon. Especially, you know, in the sense that as a caretaker too, like as a mother and as a person who feels like she has to be responsible for others, it'll feel better. It'll start to feel better. Like it won't feel like you're stretched thin as much, you know? And then, wow. And then Justice is like, Justice kind of feels to me like, yeah, win in your favor. Like things in kind of being in balance. Like you're not overdoing it. Some, you know, and it's like Libra energy, but it's feeling like what you put into something, you're going to get back. So it doesn't feel kind of like a waste, or like I put so much effort into something and it didn't turn out. Even if but if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. And eventually you're definitely going to get this big win, this big, amazing kind of return energy. That feels really good. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of Lenormand too. We'll just have like a little bit shorter and sweeter readings tonight. Okay. Here we go. Short, sweet. Where did that go away? Yeah, it's very good news. Yeah, there's gonna, it might be like before it happens, you might have a day or two that feels like I don't know, like things aren't gonna be positive, but they are turning positive. Like there might be a moment, a day, a feeling. It's like, is this ever gonna happen? And it's like right after you feel that way, it's gonna be like, bam, just what you didn't, just what you were hoping for. Well, okay, yeah. With the scythe, I'm feeling, this is about divine timing. It is, everything has, to everything there is a season. And there's a season, every season under heaven. Anyway, there's going to be a specific time where it all happens. A specific time where you can cut that. And it's going to be during the winter. So right now, before spring happens, before spring comes about, you still are in a phase where things are looking up. Things are going to, your money matters are definitely going to turn your way. And this feeling of responsibility is going to turn around. Let's see what else. Maybe some travel. We got a little clue that you should travel last time, but you didn't have any actual plans. So if it's not something that you really budgeted in your time or that you budgeted in your money, then this could be just some kind of vicarious traveling or astral traveling or something else like that. But something that makes you feel like, like you're getting away, even if it's just a weekend, a day at the spa, or something like that. But I think this is kind of important, this sort of adventurous kind of energy. But it's possible there could be something coming up that you weren't expecting, that you might win, or you might last minute decision or something like that pops up. It's funny how life is, right? Like there's some things in my life that I had no idea that I would end up doing, and it just appeared, like so. Anyway, and also it could have something to do with the moon's phases. The moon is a pretty little crescent moon right now, and so a lot of us have, or feel very connected to the crescent moon, but when the moon wanes and waxes, those times of growth and reduction, those are also times that you can use when you work with your projects. So if it's a waxing moon, then building up to a completion, working on something that little by little by little, and it'll turn into something. If it's a waning moon, then maybe that's a good time to reduce things and lighten the load, or change certain habits or something, and until you finally make a goal. Also, a lot of goals and patterns and habits, stick after a period of 21 days or 3 weeks, 21 days. So try, if there's something a new habit that you want to try, or something you want to incorporate in your routine and you want to make it stick, try to do it every day for 21 days and see how it works. All right, so I think that's all I have, unless there's anything special you want to add to that. I need to give Maurice a like. Okay, Terry. Well, I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. All right, so Rainbow's next. Okay. Rainbow, would you like a similar setup with the Dragon Fae and then Tarot and either Kipper or Lenormand? I would like to know if I'm going to receive my W-2s from my old job at Northridge by mail, or if I will have to go to the job and talk to HR and see what's going on with my W-2s. Well, let's look into that through the Lenormand. Okay, so W-2s. Let's see. Are you going to receive them by mail, or will you have to go get them? Talk to HR. I'm waiting for my 1099, and I'm kind of like you too. I don't want to pester about them, but I'm getting close to the point where, like, okay, did you get my letter, my email? I'm waiting for it. Legally, I think they're supposed to give it to you by January 30th, or yeah, or yeah, anytime after January 30th, but something like that. Okay. Let's see. W-2s for Rainbow. Do you have to, are you going to get it in the mail, or you have the rider, news, announcement. I think it's going to be delivered to you in the mail. Let's just keep looking. I have called the HR and email, and she's not answering any of the messages. Oh my gosh. I guess that's silly though. I guess they're swamped. That's kind of how I felt today. You know, free short stack of pancakes at IHOP. Like, you know, I mean, it's National Pancake Day. You would think they'd have like tons of employees today and lots of pancakes, knowing that they're giving free ones away. But we still had to wait even at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, where there was barely anybody even in the restaurant. So I don't know. It was weird to wait so long. But what are you going to do? You know, I sympathize for the workers, so I didn't fuss at all. Somehow the email didn't go through. It's got lost, got put in spam or something. Maybe somehow that email conversation, I don't think went through. But I think the W-2 is in the mail. It's coming to you. Let me double check this with the Kipper. Make sure you don't have to drive and go get it. Because I feel like... Let's see. Mature woman. I guess that's you. You're not that mature though. I mean, you're mature, but you're not old. This is somebody that's on this HR she sent it. I think she sent it. The HR person. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I think you're gonna do pretty good. Like your refund, you're gonna have like some kind of refund, or it's gonna be somehow it's gonna work out to your favor. It's a gift, and there's a great fortune attached to it. Let's see what else. Or that just means you made a lot of money. Yeah, toil and labor, your job. all the hard work. Oh, quit shit. So, to me, that kind of represents it made me feel kind of like you have good manners, and so people are very responsive to your good manners. And if they didn't get that message, if somehow the message got messed up, maybe resend it. Let me see. Maybe try one more time. Where is that? Where are the W-2s? Okay. And it kind of got held up somehow, the bureaucracy. So we have, this is you. I would think this is you. This is the good lady. And this is HR and paperwork and bureaucracy, and it just kind of got held up a little bit. Because some people are kind of not so good at their job, or something fishy going on with the fox. It's just, I think it'll smooth out, and let's see it. I just can't get a definitive answer if it's in the mail. Let's see. Is it in the mail to you? Do you have to go pick it up? That's how you feel, right? I can't get a definitive answer. Ah, we have temperance, which means patience. So I think it's coming in the mail. Yeah. It's coming in the mail. I mean, and that's so funny because as soon as I was going to say, I mean, you could go get it if you want to. And even though it's in the mail, like if you really want it now, you could probably get like another copy of it right now if you want to go get it. But you don't have to. You can wait. I mean, it's coming in the mail. Let's just double check. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Good tidings. Somebody wants to give you some love. Maybe forget about W-2s and just think about Valentine's Day, because somebody's got something lovey-dovey up their sleeve for you. Let's see what the Dragon Fae have to say. I'm just curious if they can answer this question for us. You know, the fairies, they're pretty smart. I moved to a temporary home, and I'm wondering if the change of address is a problem. The house didn't come out, but like the mice and the fox make me think there's some kind of hang up, hitch. Gwyneth came out again for you. Hello. Attunement. Well, she's kind of telling you like it's almost like you know intuitively what's going on here. So if you know, bottom line, if you feel safer going there, figuring it out instead of waiting, then maybe you should. But all these cards point to that it's on its way. To have patience. Did you have a forwarding address from your other home to the place where you are now. Hi, Effa! Happy Mardi Gras! Okay, web of all life is what you got. Web of all life. Chimora. So, beyond the mask we all wear of identity, beyond the construct of who we have been conditioned to believe we are, lies your face. Beyond the mask. And here's the mask. Here's my mask. And then beyond the mask is my face. So, sometimes my glasses are like a mask too, to cover up my face, or parts of my face. This face is tender and new in so many ways, as you have not shown her to the world before. This face has been protected because the world has seemed and proved indeed at times to be dangerous and unkind place, where those of us who feel different are proved to be so as we brave the taunts and finger pointing. But I now tell you that your protections, your armor will, and your shield can be removed safely with me. Spider-Woman. She's a protective energy. So be vulnerable, beginning to work in groups, understanding cosmic consciousness, finding a new family, understanding connection, making meaningful relationships. That feels like the courtship card, kind of. Strides being made on a global cosmic level on peace, dream experiences, astral travel, and time travel. So there's a travel energy. It feels like it's in the mail. It does feel like it's in the mail to me. I have one more plan. Let me go ask Sammy if he'll come for a moment and just get a yes or no question for you. And let's see if he can, without telling him what this is about. I'll ask the question. Well, I guess we should ask the question. I'll just ask, are the W-2s in the mail? Yes or no? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. So it's yes or no. Are the W-2s in the mail?
Is this a streamer?
Yes.
Oh, you had the camera.
But you can hold it like right here if you want. Okay. Yes or no. Are the W-2s in the mail?
Okay, are the W-2s in the mail? Looks like an instant yes.
I knew it.
It looks like it was already there. You might have like missed it, or
They might be at her old house.
Yeah, or it's in a different place than you thought it was.
Oh.
I'm gonna put it backwards a little bit just so you can see the big spins here. It's a really big yes, so you want to make sure. I mean, just make sure you got it in your possession. Don't lose that at all. Of course. Is that?
That's rainbow.
That's for rainbow. So rainbow, make sure you you call in your whole team so you don't lose these, because I mean, sheesh, if you're losing your W-2, that is never gonna be good news.
Calling your team. Does she have to go to her job and ask about him?
Um, see, does Rainbow have to go on her job and ask about him? Let's put it down a little bit. Does Rainbow have to go to her job to ask about them? Ask about her W-2s more specifically. Does Rainbow? You do.
She emailed him and nobody will answer her.
Okay, so you might have to pull up physically to just get more answers about them, and actually get the W-2 forms. Because they might have multiple, you might have one already there in your house, but you're looking for the main one that you're thinking about in your job. For some reason, they don't want to give it to you. That's what I'm feeling like right here.
And I had the fox come out.
Yeah, they're trying to be clever and sneaky with it. But you should stand your ground. No matter how long it takes or no matter how much effort, I guarantee it'll be worth it to stick with your guns.
Yeah.
So make sure, you go to there. You'll still have it. Think about it like this. You still have it in your possession, but it's just in a different spot. It's just maneuvered a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not misplaced, because that means it wouldn't be where you put it. It's just maneuvered a little bit into a different spot. Perhaps for great, perhaps to lead you to even more greatness.
Yeah, because she had the big money come out.
Exactly. So maybe you go there and you even come upon a check that you never knew was coming. Yeah, a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Number 17. And so you'll come upon a gift or something of great news there that'll be even better than what you're expecting for just a W-2.
Yeah, that's good.
Was that the only question?
Yeah, for now that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to put this back on. Okay, I'm going to sit down. Thank you.
Of course not. Thank you for allowing me to do the reading for you, Rainbow. I'm sorry, I was a little bit rushed. I got caught off guard. That's my fault. I need to be more prepared for the stream.
No, it's okay. Thank you. All right. I hope that helped. And Cheryl says hi, Sammy. Effa says hi. You have a forwarding address. That's good. Well, maybe it's just held up that way. Or maybe one, like you said, maybe one will be kind of held up, and another one will be arrive at your house. Yeah, it's coming. I just feel it's coming. But, give it a little time, be patient, and then when you feel like you can if you can't wait any longer, then, but yeah, if you feel like you can't wait now, then go ahead and keep pursuing it. That's what I think. Pursue every avenue. And look at your spam mail too. All right. Was that helpful? Do you feel satisfied? Do you feel like I need to ask anything else or look into it with any more other cards? I do have multiple W-2s, and I have one in my current home, and the one that's lost. Yeah, well then, and yeah, he kept saying you have one in your possession. Yeah, I feel like if it's gonna bother you, go ahead. Like, just ask. Just go to work and ask them. But honestly, I do feel like it's in the mail. What if you get it tomorrow? You know what I don't like is when we have bad weather, like the mail is always held up because of bad weather. And sometimes it's not even HR's fault. Sometimes it's like the post office itself. We'll appreciate you saying that. I'll let him know. All right. So Cheryl's turn. Oh, you're a mailman. It's all your fault, Maurice. What are you doing with our W-2s? No, I wish you were my mailman, Maurice. The mail lady, I have one good mailman that's is respectful of my property, but then there's this lady. She walked and broke my pipe by walking on it. She doesn't like walk on the sidewalk or in the outside area, the concrete area. She walks through my grass and I feel like she hurt herself because I had this like ditch that I was filling up that wasn't completely full. I don't know, but she shouldn't walk over there. It's not safe. And then she's always like listening to her headphones and loud mute, or she's always listening to the radio. No, the radio. She's always talking on the phone, and she's talking really loud, and sometimes it's with music like and she walks right past this window, and this window is where I record my my daily dust, and sometimes I have to like start over. She's walking past. But I haven't told anybody, so it's my fault if I don't say anything. Anyway. He reads his own tarot, and he usually gets advice from me about the tarot when like when he's reading for himself. But he's done that. I mean, he does it for himself. But I don't know if like he'd feel comfortable doing it for anybody else. But if you guys want to like anyway reach out to him and make him feel loved, he has a music channel. It's I think you can find it under Samuel Ortuño. But I feel like the music channel is called, what is it called? Draconic. Let's see. And I think he has he also has, I'm gonna look it up here. Oh, here, subscriptions. He also has a Cash App if anybody wants to tip him. I think it's Samuel Ortuño. Let's see. He also has a TikTok if any of you guys are TikTokers. And on TikTok, he's Samuel Ortuño, and he has a lot of his music on there. Yeah, his YouTube channel is, I'll copy it, is Draconic. I'll put it in chat. This is Sammy's. So if y'all want to go listen to any of his music or just stop by and say hi, Sammy, he would love that. And by the way, when he was live with us the other night, he's like, I really like that. That was nice. He does like your energy, and he likes hanging out with y'all. I know. I've asked him if he wanted to he's kind of shy about it, but he's a natural intuitive. He calls himself a dark empath, but that means he's just more in tune with the shadow side of things. Yay, thank you, Terry. He has so much music that he hasn't posted yet, and there's just stuff that I love that he still like. He's a perfectionist, and he just sometimes he just doesn't want to post things unless he thinks it's ready or he feels like there's more that he wants to do with it. But anyway, yeah, he's still figuring things out, I guess. You're welcome. He is very intuitive. So Cheryl, what would you like? Would you like uh would you like a dragon fae? Okay. That's funny. My youngest son likes to compose music too. Ah, that's sweet. Maybe they can collab. Get together. And Sammy likes to rap too. He's really good. Like it takes a lot of like quick mental energy to be able to do that. Okay, for Cheryl. Let's see. Ooh, you got the Pendragon. Cool. Pure male energy. Who is a pure male energy around you? Because I know you're not. Somebody's got pure male energy. All right, so the Pendragon speaks. I am he who is the hunter, the sage, the father, the provider, the protector. I am he who watches over. Hey, look who's here! Hi, honey. I am he who watches over his people and does his best for his family. I am he, your brother, your father, your husband, your son. I am sheer, powerful masculine energy, and I am the lover of the goddess of the dragon fae. Together we create wholeness. Apart we wander alone and are more easily wounded, even destroyed. I have a role to care for others, to use my physical strength and to use my attributes to fight for those I love. And I will do that. I am king and emperor and God, and I care for you. Do not fear me. I would not hesitate to sweep you into my arms and hold you. I love you, but know that my role here takes me away many times from all the love and playfulness that still lives inside me. This is like a channeled message. Trust in my actions. See the truth and choose a partner who is in action, a strong and caring, manly man. If you are a man, then this is what you must become the true masculine hero, that being of protection. No matter what you may believe about heroic men, it is time for you to embrace your hero self and become all of who you are. Do not debase masculinity. Respect us men for what we are, and we will show you our love. We will not let you down, and we will take care of you. This is not to say you are weak. We merely ask you to receive that which we wish to give you. Let us be strong in our own way. Let us care for you, and let us warn you away from that which you would hurt you. I will protect you. I will provide. I will build a home. And I will bring food to the table. I will build this home with my hands, and you will see the evidence of my efforts. And I will love you. That is my job, and I will never let you down. Oh, that's so sweet. Pendragon literally translates from the Welsh as chief dragon. It was the last name of King Arthur. See, we're all connected through the Arthurian times. And his father, Uther Pendragon. It means chief, and within the dragon fae energy of this name is the ability to defend and protect and to rule and to be a very strong leader. So that Pendragon is a leader among the dragon fae. This card signifies pure, sheer masculine energy, and it suggests issues conditioning to do with masculine role models in your life. Maleness is somehow significant in your life when this card makes its appearance. The Pendragon can also come up when men are facing fatherhood and responsibility for the first time. Or the seventh. It is for women a revealing card about their attitudes toward masculinity, and which is defined by current culture. And it's also in a very much of a radical process of revolution. So this card also comes up when we lack or seek a strong male role model in our life. There you go. Interesting, very interesting. And for a moment, it almost felt like your son. And then, it also feels like people in your orbit, and also people to come from the future as well. So let's see. Oh, this is kind of a surprise, isn't it? I didn't expect this either. What were you saying, Maurice? Oh. You retracted your message. Okay. Let's see what else then. So what is this dragon referring to? Well, masculinity. So why is masculinity coming out for Cheryl? Also, it's interesting because Sammy really resonates with dragons. And the girl he likes, her channel has something to do with dragons too. Let's see. I'm getting hot in my sweater. This card always comes out for you. And I always say, and I was feeling it again when the masculine came out, this protector. He is like a first responder type, like a fireman or a policeman or somebody's very, very strong who wants to protect the community. But it almost feels like Superman too, like he wants to save everyone, but then he loves Lois Lane the most. And so he'd do anything for Lois Lane, even give up being Superman just to be with her, which you've seen the second movie, which is my my favorite one, because he's willing to risk it all, like let it all. But he knows, like by the end of that, movie, he realizes his calling is not just for one woman, it's for the world. And that's why he has to be careful. He can protect her like he protects everyone, but he can't put her above everyone, sadly. So I feel like that's kind of might be the energy going on here a little bit. Ooh, but how cute. So the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups came out together. And Hierophant, very handsome young man. This is like two symbols on one. One, Taurus, like you. Hierophant is the Taurus sign. Two, it is the young priest, which is kind of to me the untouchable card. Like the one like girls swoon over, but he's untouchable because he's a priest. He's not allowed to be with women. He's only allowed to have his connection with God through his role as a priest. And so that limits him, it limits anybody interested in him. And so it's kind of like ends up being unrequited unless you connect with him in a spiritual way, and that's the plane that you can always be together in because you're both spiritual people. But this feels like being in love or falling in love. There is an overwhelming abundance of love here. Anything else? And this card. This card is like, it's not like you don't. So some people will not interest you. Only the one that's untouchable is the one that may interest you, or you're the untouchable one because you're the Taurus. Anyway, so this has a lot of meanings too to me. This can be you and people you're not interested in. This can be the person. This could be your person, and this could be the person he's not interested in, which doesn't have to be you. But like, how some relationships are there for whatever, like marriage of convenience, let's say, for example. It's not a marriage of passion, it's a marriage of convenience, but it's the relationship that's obvious to the world. Then it can be more like this, lacking passion, lacking interest. Then there's the passionate relationships that sometimes the world doesn't see because of societal rules. And these cards are talking about our societal rules, and the difference between this world that we live in and the world of, like, let's say the Arthurian times, where rules were a little bit different. But then again, we also had the Inquisition and all kinds of awful stuff in the name of religion. So, and wars and battles and a lot of fighting. Anyway, I'm gonna get a little, since we're feeling the love tonight, I'm gonna get a little what's happening next in your love life. Yeah. So you have a let go of the past, or somebody else has to let go. Clear energy to allow more love in your life. There could be some time apart from somebody, maybe, or there was a time apart, a separation, but there's going to be a time where there's more quality time, where the love language is going to be spending time together, be a witness to each other's lives, and that kind of love language sometimes to me can also represent the marriages of convenient as well, like just people being together, even if they don't have a passion for each other, they just, like, they're best friends, they just do everything together, and they're comfortable with that. That's their lives, instead of having a rich, passionate kind of relationship that shakes your soul and makes you feel truly alive, like every day is the first day of your life kind of energy. That can be kind of exhausting, but it's also thrilling. But not everybody wants to deal with that kind of shake up love energy. Some people just want ho-hum, boring. Yeah. Some people just are fine with that, like that meme. I always go back to that meme because ever since my daughter showed it to me, but that "this is fine" meme. I don't know if y'all seen that, but where somebody's like in a very precarious situation and they're like, this is fine, you know. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to settle. Like, we don't, a lot of us don't want to settle. We want that all-encompassing contentment or the excitement or the thrill. I want the great white somewhere, you know. I want it more than I can tell, you know. It's like the, like all of those heroines of Disney, they're like longing and searching for something out there that's even more powerful than what they've ever experienced. But it is important to feel content with who you are right now as well. So it's important, and I think that could be a lesson that's why it happens this way, because Spirit wants us to learn the value of the now and be happy with the now, in the moment, in this very moment that I'm with you. That's amazing. Don't forget dirty. Dirty about what? What, Effa? Who's dirty? Who's bad? Oh my gosh. The old times. Oh. I have a question. I had an interview with the new agency. Are things going to work out with this new place? Let's see. How's the new place going to be? Ooh, unexpected income came out. So I guess that's a good sign. I feel like this kind of represents getting a value, you know, getting what you paid for. Let's see what else. Unlike the other agency. There could be a thief. I'm done with those thieves. I tell you what. Put those thieves in jail. So we have occupation and family room again. Do you work from your home? Or that's their home and they work in your house? That's their job. Well, somebody seems happy in your home. It seems like happy, but for some reason, the thief came out. I don't know. Let me see what the Lenormand says. What about just the agency? Tell me about the agency. Yeah, I mean, you got fish. I feel like the agency is a good value. You're gonna get what you pay for. I feel like, so if it's a good value, didn't sign anything. And smooth and easy and flowing. You have, I feel like you have to look into it just a little bit more. There's something not completely right. Look at the fine print in your paperwork. Look at the fine print. The cross is, I feel like this is just, I think this is trying to say, yeah, sure, you can have faith, but prayers, and your prayers are answered. And this could be the mature place. Something about the cross, though. religious person. What? Something was happening. It's a message. That's what I thought. You know how when people make the sign of the cross, it's like they're blessing themselves? Okay, here we go. But I feel like that's too, like a risk, a little bit of a risk. The cross sometimes brings burdens. You don't want to have to bear a cross. You know, you don't have to bear anything. You want this to be without any heavy energy. But there is maturity here, and a guru, and mature and helpful people. So kind of similar to that. Somebody had a question last time, and the cross came out for their metal concert. So this could be like a symbol, like I don't know, any of their symbols in their logos, or any of their, if it has any kind of cross, maybe that's a good sign. I'm not feeling that it, for some reason, something about the cross makes it feel a little off. But I don't know. Sammy's here. Maybe he can do a yes or no for that one. Let's see. So your question is, is this new agent? Just ask her. The question is, will the new agency work out? That's the question.
Can I just put my hand?
Yes. Where did we put it?
Right there. For who?
For Cheryl Borelli. So she's picking an agency to do this job in her home. So will this new agency work out?
I don't want to cover your whole face.
That's okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I want to get enough frame. All right. So this is calling on Cheryl.
Yes.
All the Cheryl spirit guides, her spirit team, and all those that assist her in this journey on Earth. Will the new agency work out? Wow. It looks like your spirit team right away is already on.
She has a very strong spirit team.
Okay. And the agency is definitely going to work out. I'm pretty much sensing really smooth time there, but
what is
just
this
make sure you continue to be yourself. You know, sometimes you want to adjust to people around, you know, in your new area, but tell them how you are right away, and feel free to let them know your opinions, because I feel like that might be why you want to go to a new agency in the first place. And even if it slows down a little bit and you feel like the agency is not really that productive as you want it to be, just make sure you stick with your guns and don't try to pick out too many flaws into the agency as well, because I know sometimes you can notice the bad things, but that'll attract more negative to it.
That is so true, Cheryl.
So yeah.
I think what I'm feeling from the cross might be that maybe they're closed on Sunday, or like one of the workers might want to take Sundays off. They might have specific religious days that they want off, or something like that. That could be something, maybe. Okay, does that help? I feel like maybe this is a good one. Maybe give it a chance, because the very first answer you had was unexpected income. So to me, that's like when the reading answers you like that, then the first card usually is like, first impression usually is good. You know, the rest of it is like, doesn't necessarily have to be the case. This could be fears. And then like what Sammy said, like you might be trying to find flaws now because of the trouble you had before. So try not to like look for things that are not necessarily there, but definitely look at your contract very carefully and just make sure everything is okay on the contract. But don't overanalyze it and try to find things that are not there. But these two cards together make me feel like it's good. Like it'll be a good worker, hard worker, a mature worker, somebody who takes your job seriously. So I'm kind of feeling good, mostly good, mostly good. Okay.
Is there any other questions?
I don't think so. And she said, "Hi, Sammy. Thank you." And also earlier, Cheryl said that she thought you were. Well, everybody was saying that they thought you were gifted, and Rainbow wants you to. Rainbow wishes that you would read the tarot too.
Oh, read the tarot.
Yeah.
Well, I do read tarot, but I like the pendulum more comfortably for me. It's more like an intuitive thing. Well, I guess tarot's the same thing. You can't down on it either. You know, I mean, I do more like tarot readings just mainly for me.
That's what I told him.
Yeah.
You like it for yourself.
But that's why, because the pendulum, I can get out whatever I'm trying to say really fast and like have people create their own, their own answers after my little suggestions and tips and the answer, of course.
Yeah. Because it resonates right away. Like a lot of what we do is like it's like you guys are already intuitive, and it's like what we do is sort of a validation, and it's almost like we co-create this together. When we're doing readings.
And thank you very much. My mom had introduced me, and since then I just took it away and kept growing my own consciousness since then. I appreciate you guys. It helps me out too, knowing that I can, assist people in their journey as well.
It's nice. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. So next is Toki. I feel like the cross is a sign for something. Yeah, felt like it is a sign for something. You might figure it out in the days to come. You'll see it, and then we're like, oh, that's what that meant. So just be aware of it. It might mean something that you. So Toki, just wondering what I can expect in my love life. Things are still quiet with the Scorpio crush. All right, let's see what's coming up next in love. Ooh, we're gonna use mostly love. A couple of love decks. We use mine, and we'll use also the romance angels for you too. And then we'll see if the fairies have anything to say. The dragon fae. Ooh, you got divine timing. So a serendipitous event. This is kind of like, everything magical happening, all falling into place, something really special. And it's like just the right time when maybe sometimes when you least expect it. What else? Serendipity. Feels so nice. Then maybe it feels so unusual and special that you're like, is this for real? Are you for real? So you have to give the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe this guy is just like really amazing, special, something you didn't expect at all. And it lends sort of a too good to be true energy. We sometimes sabotage ourselves before we give it a chance. And this is saying, give your relationship a chance. Give this person a chance. They're not necessarily just a player, They could be more. Very nice. So this could be part of your own personal evolution too. Somebody coming through. This is going to help level you up too, level your soul, and you're connected to this person through your soul. And you're going to have really good communication. And so somebody's going to talk to you. Expect a heart to heart with this person. Let's see what else the romance angels say. So maybe it'll be with your Scorpio. You'll have a heart to heart with him. And maybe, maybe it's not so much a new person, but maybe, your Scorpio will surprise you and say something so wonderful and out of the blue. It's like, where have you been? Why now you're suddenly talking to me? And instead of being critical, just be like, oh, it's so good to hear from you again. I hope you're doing well. And then you can have a nice talk. Let's see what the romance angels have to say. You deserve love, for sure. You are lovable. And a soulmate's coming through. Yes, this is your soulmate. This could be the one that you marry. This is a wedding, and the situation involves marriage. It's also possible you could meet somebody at somebody else's wedding, or a married couple could introduce you to a new person because you have a new love coming through as well. But it could also be a new phase in your situation with your Scorpio. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. It could be somebody that distracts you from him, that makes you feel things that you hadn't felt in a while, and that's a good diversion. But either you or somebody you know is very preoccupied with finances and career. And financial issues could be a factor in your love life. It could be a factor in the Scorpio's love life. It could be a factor in a new person's love that's coming through their love life. So yeah, so let's see what else. Let's get one card here from okay. Yeah. It's probably me. I'm still unemployed. Yeah, maybe so. And you got, from the tarot, you got 8 of Wands. So there is definitely a reaching out coming soon. It could be, like when you ask about your person, then sometimes I feel like it's coming from a place of an intuitive energy. Like I'm sensing him. Maybe he's thinking about me. Another thing you can look for is, this happens to me all the time, but everywhere I go, I see mirrored numbers like 1221 or 0110, or not really that one, but 1001, or I don't know, 2442, whatever. There, how if you put, like, let's say you put a mirror or a line in it, and one side reflects the other side. I feel when you see that, the person that you're interested in is either doing the same thing that you're doing, is thinking about you, or kind of going about a similar day that you are. So that could be helpful too. Like, and in that moment that you see the mirrored number, think of, like, recall what you had just thought of, and what kind of thoughts were going through your head when you saw that number. And then that can kind of help you, give you an answer, a clue to maybe where they're at too in their minds. Okay. Things may look up I mean, whenever communication comes back, I feel like that's always helpful. And, you know, it's hard to communicate on Valentine's Day or right before Valentine's Day because a lot of, especially guys, I feel like they worry about the expectations. Like they don't want to do too much, especially with a new person around Valentine's Day because then that's a lot of expectations. But also they don't want to do too much with somebody that they already know a little bit because then they may think that whatever they do, then that person will expect that all the time from them or whatever. So I feel like sometimes guys get into their heads too much about these kinds of things. So that could be what, like sometimes that happens. So wait for all of the festivities to die down and then see. Then he may actually reach out and say something, and then you can start scratch or start from there. But I feel like he's going to be reaching out. And while you're unemployed, then like fulfill your life with lots of hobbies and just like really enjoy leisure time while you can, and single time too. That doesn't mean that you have to be bored without enjoyment in your life. This is like a good excuse to do exactly what you want to do. You don't have a job that keeps you from doing what you want to do, and you don't have a boyfriend who keeps you, who you have to compromise with all the time. This is your time to do whatever you want, anytime you want. And that's a nice freedom to have. So try to enjoy that while you can too, because I think that might not last that much longer because there's somebody coming into your life. All right. So, Maurice, things are just average now. What does the card see for me in my current job and finances? I always want to see if things change. Good points. Hi, Maurice. So let's see how things are going in your current situation. What does the Lenormand want to say to me about finances, job? For Maurice. So just be aware everything's happening at the right time. You can't rush it, kind of like the ripening peach. You can't pull it. I mean, you could pull it off and try to bite into it, and it tastes terrible. So you don't want to do that. You want everything to happen. I mean, you want to wait till everything is at its optimum state, and not too soon. We have the wishing well. The wishing well is real interesting. I'm going to read this one because it's specific to this deck, to the Gilded Reverie. And I don't use this deck very, all the time. My go-to Lenormand is the Astounding Pixies. But I love this one too. So the well is saying, I have many symbolic meanings. Wishes, resources, creativity, and healing. If you look intently into the depths of my darkness, you may see your true thoughts reflected and your secret wishes revealed. But your wishes will only be granted if you dig deep and work hard. So it's not about just making a wish and sitting back and letting it come true. You have to put the effort into it too. And I think you know that, and I think you do that. You're definitely a hard worker. And then the reverse as well. Hard work alone is a lot. And I feel like whatever you want, you also have to have intention that you're going to succeed, and you have to have intention that you're going to receive the money and um, the reward for the effort that you put in. So make sure you put in your spiritual intentions with the hard work as well. Like not one without the other. Both spirit and material and physical work. So sometimes though, there might be something that you have to look deeper into right now. That could be why the well came out. Um, there may be more to a story that you're not seeing. Um, some parts could represent hidden because it is so deep. You know, there's some things that you just can't see because it goes so deep. But but if you're patient enough and you take your time and you lift, gently lift that bucket, then maybe you can bring something up from the depths. Um, but it's also about wishes, and also being careful what you wish for. So keep in mind, like, also think about it. Like, is it just money that you want? No, you kind of want what money can provide, and what does money provide, and do you have that, and how else can you get that without just plain money, or career, for example. What does career give you? Does it give you pride and joy and a sense of power or empowerment? And what other things give you that energy as well, other than just a career, right? So the feeling that you're trying to get from money and career, you can also find in other places as well. Good night, Terry. So, and be sure to try to incorporate the things that make you feel good, because all of that combined will attract abundance to you. So do more of the things that bring you the sense of empowerment and fulfillment and strong ego and things like that. So the maze is also exclusive to the Gilded Reverie. And the maze is kind of interesting. The maze represents people, like people in your life that you meet, or the labyrinth. And it's kind of like when you think you've done everything you can, you hit a wall and have to start again. I'm the labyrinth that keeps you going through trial and error to the end, and there's no shortcuts to success, my friend. So it's the same thing. It's hard work. It's making mistakes sometimes, having to repeat steps, then finally getting through the maze, getting through the labyrinth till you've hit the jackpot in the middle, whatever, Um, it's it's kind of making your way through things. It's trial and error. It's also the people that you meet, and some will be helpful people and some will hinder your progress. And so much of this, like I said, it's like, Maurice, tap into your spirituality. With all that water energy, you're bound to be psychic yourself, and spirit wants you to tap into that even to as strong as you can, as much as you can, because you have so much more power than you give yourself credit for. You have power to manifest. You have power to set intentions to attract, using the law of attraction, exactly what you want. And I feel like you put too much emphasis on the physical act of work instead of the spiritual act of attraction, of the law of attraction. So you got to keep balancing those two. Sometimes sometimes there is no other choice but to retrace your steps or try different things, or, you know, uh, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. That message keeps on coming out this week too for different people. Regroup, and sometimes it's also about finding a new group. It could be a puzzle or problem that you're dealing with at work too. And sometimes you might need just a different point of view. Like sometimes literally hanging upside down, like you see things differently. Sometimes it's a matter of zooming out and seeing big picture, and sometimes it's getting a microscope and looking at the fine print and the details. But that's where the intuition comes in. which way do I need to go? Like, which direction do I go? This way, out or in, and let yourself be guided by spirit about that. Let's see what else. Let's see what the Kipper has to say. What's coming next? How's finances and career going? I feel like you're kind of right. I mean, average for now. It feels a little bit like repetition, or some things it's important though not to keep doing the same. Like if you're going through the labyrinth and you took a left and then a right and a left and then that didn't bring anything, then don't do that again. Like try going left, 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 or try going left, right, right. Try a different pattern, because it could be that you were just or like when you're picking a lock, you're almost there. Have you ever, like, when you got one of those padlocks and you forgot, or you're turning and doing it like you normally do, but that one day you did it wrong and it didn't open, and then you have to start all over again? It's kind of like that. It's like that little lock that opens up. Let's see now. What does... Oh, we have the child. Do you have any kids? Didn't you say you had kids? I don't know. Anyway, it could also be like the way you look at life. Having kind of a more of a childlike outlook on things, like trying to see... No kids. So try to see with the childlike outlook. Looking at the world with wonder instead of same old. Like try to find things in your environment that are like, wow, I didn't know that could do that, or that's an amazing thing right there. Really see the world around you as something amazing. We still got this courtship stuff coming out. Somebody could be interested in you. Don't ignore that either. Don't be so focused on career and finances that you overlook a pretty girl smiling your way, looking at you. Wow, sudden wealth coming through. And it's possible that a sweet new female friend could be connected somehow. This is 777. So 777 is like the jackpot. I'll read to you from the book. This one's fun. So sudden wealth. This card shows us a slot machine with all sevens. Also, this could be your angel number, 777. So be aware whenever you're driving around, if you see 777, remember what you're thinking in that moment, because that could be a special thought that gets you where you need to go. It's your lucky number. Gold coins spill onto the casino table. This card could mean the lost check that shows up, a monetary gift, a larger than anticipated tax refund, a bingo win. If this card is close to a significator, it means a large sum. But if it... Okay, you didn't have that. In a card, many or much. This also represents the word many or much, or more. You can feel safe now. Sudden wealth announces success, affluence, gain, or profit in your job. It also shows a secure partnership. You can also draw an unlimited resources at the moment. This also could be a card, like if you're looking at finance or career, this could be somebody who's wooing you. Say like, hey, we like what you do here. Would you like to come over and work with us? We'll make it worth your while, or whatever, like, saying, come on, come join us over in this place. We would we'll, pay you what you already get, you pay what you already make plus, $5 more an hour or something like that. So, so keep that in consideration. But also could be luck, just plain luck. Could be you winning lottery or something like that, because this could be money that you don't have to work for. It could be a bonus or money that you find or an inheritance. So it's a lot. It could be, but see, it's right next to the courtship card. So it could be money from somebody who's trying to woo you, from a girl, like you meet somebody and you just feeling lucky that you have found her or something like that. And yeah, this means a lot. Okay, so let's see what what your tarot has to say. I'm gonna use a romantic tarot, even if it doesn't matter. It can be, I can use it as for finances and career. What's coming up next in finances and career? Or how are things looking? Or tell us about this sudden wealth. How is Maurice going to get it? See, I told you this lady's coming through. She's going to give you some money. She could be a rich lady who just like wants to, like I don't know, she just wants to spend money on you. She likes you. Or it could be a benefactor of some sort, or somebody you work with. All right. So this makes me feel like you may be helping a lady in distress, and she's kind of like she's afraid, she's hurt, something's going on, she's afraid to move, and you help her, and she like returns the favor. She's stuck. All right. King of Wands. This definitely could be you. Like, even though I know you're not a fire sign, this represents, kind of having a new enthusiasm in your life and a passion. So this feeling like everything's average right now, it's only going to last a little while. I feel like a sense of passion is coming. Yeah, a bit enthusiasm, excitement. Something gets you excited. This lady who's trying to talk to you is making you feel different about things. There's somebody who's trying to reach out to you, and it could like you said, this could all be work, and it could be that this person that you talk to next about, somebody's trying to woo you though to something, like they're trying to get your attention on something and trying to talk to you. And then the sun just means like this one's really good. The sun represents everything working out. So even if you haven't gotten there yet, it feels like there's still this beautiful potential for everything to work out in your favor, because the sun represents good luck. It represents happiness, joy, renewal, optimism, confidence, energy, enlightenment, vitality, energy, good health, clarity, truth, and success. All of those things. And if that's kind of what it feels like when it's like when you hit the jackpots. Feels like, ah, yes, success at last. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I'm feeling it for you. I'm looking forward to it for you too. So keep us informed how things go, and let us know if there's a damsel in distress that you save. And make sure you make your wishes, but also like match your wishes with your actions and your actions with your wishes. And wishes should be like not just, oh, I wish for blah 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 blah, like kind of a lazy, like I'll just look upon a star and just make a wish. No, like, rituals, and I feel it, I believe it. I'm gonna get in that, like, recall a memory when you felt really powerful, or when you felt abundant, like all of us have been there sometime in our life. Even if we're going through doldrums right now, there's been some time where we felt like, yes, I feel good right now. You can have that feeling back again. It may not be all the same circumstances, but the feeling can come back again. So remember that feeling that you had at that time when everything was good. And even if it's like you're never going to get that same scenario, but you can always get that feeling again. Spirit, the universe wants to bring you success, wants to bring you wealth, wants to bring you what gives you that sense of empowerment and the sense of enthusiasm about life. All right? Okay, Maurice, but I appreciate you so much for hanging out with us and for your questions, and yeah, and your energy. What did I do with the rest of these? Oh, there they are. I appreciate you. And use that amazing mind and the intuition of yours, because I know that you can see things. Hi, Divine Goddess. How are you? I was just closing up shop, but I could give you a little quickie if you want. Would you like a dragon favorite message? Let me see. Okay, let's do the dragon fave for you. And yes. Ooh, yay! Congratulations. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, goodness. Look at that. This looks like you. Lady Grain. So Lady Grain's got a message for you. She says, open your heart. So you're kind of just like Maurice. Y'all are so focused on your work, but you never know about the love that's around you that's trying to get your attention. And loads of love to you. And to have a beautiful Valentine's Day, and treat yourself nice, like take yourself out on a date tomorrow. So Grain is speaking. I am the earth and the soul star's light. I am the opening of the flower, the love that lives in the flower of your heart. I love you and wish for you to draw this love energy into your being. I am a power source that you cannot neglect, because even if you feel you are being of winter and that your heart has grown cold and hard in order to ease the pain, I tell you that you are now ready to reveal your own life source and warmth to another being. The love you have to share will be appreciated and returned. More so, this warm and loving heart energy will be its own reward as you awaken again to your feeling nature. Please open your heart in this moment. Allow yourself to love. See the beauty and warmth and the smile as often as you can. Bring forth your joy and see the opening of others' hearts. Wear yellow, red, and gold, all the colors of my friend, the sun. And the sun came out for Maurice. And you will feel a great flow of energy awakening throughout your body and energetic being. Please see that the seeds you planted need warm earth in which to grow. Yes, they can survive when it's cold, but they cannot thrive. So be warm, extend your energy, and know that your truly radiant self will create great opportunity and abundance around you. Simply extend some heart energy, and I will support you and love you until you are of the radiance of the sun incarnated in your own form. Love, be loved, love. Ah, so cute. So, Grain is the sister of the moon goddess of the dragon fae, Ain, or Anye, and is a solar goddess and a drag fae queen. She is of the golden light and she brings warmth and courage, joy and growth wherever her feet fall. She is the force that drives the plant to flower and the fruit to be born from the vine, the seed to spring forth into life. Her hands glow with this life force, and her dragon fae companions breathe flames around her as she sleeps to ensure she is warm. She brings warmth and fire to those in wintry climates and carries with her the coming of spring. She is very spring summer in her feel and is very much about the dawn of the new light and the sunset and dying light. She is necessary for a continued life, for moving forward in comfort, and she is a being who can also bring forth abundance and luxuries. Nice. Those that spring naturally from the planet. She is very beautiful, warm, and comforting. For anyone experience cold, fatigue, and even joint pains, that's me. She breathes ease and joy into us. Grain's dragon face self in her natural form is small and delicate, yet immensely strong. Like beams of light and flames from the sun, she is sensuous too in nature. Hi, Pumpkin. And protected. When grain breathes out, flowers bloom. Where her feet fall, clover and herbs and green grass and moss spring forth, and all that she touches and looks upon is blessed with vibrant life forever. And this it's kind of like me and Kitty, or Grain and the little fae, the little dragon. She gives and breathes into being life itself. Her radiance is kind and gentle, but immeasurably powerful. She has the power to change landscapes, climates, and our feelings. Right, Pumpkin? Yeah. So the meaning here is about like your dreams and wishes are going to be realized, and fertility also is accentuated, and your attractiveness and your personal beauty is appreciated and commented on. And so now is a great time to open your heart and experience the joy of feeling beautiful emotions, warm friendships, loving relationships, displays of love, extravagant love, new projects and ideas. Self-love grows and attracts others to you when Grain is with you. There's some things that you can do, like you can grow something, herbology, earth magic. You can have solar connections, solar energy, warm-blooded creatures. It looks like she was looking at the bubbles, but are the bubbles flowing above you? Smiles and reaching out physically to people. Solstices, particularly the summer solstice, the time of Beltane, and any sunny, warm day. warm winds, and growth spurts in your life. When energy flows with ease and momentous change, that's when things happen easily. Wear reds, golds, and yellows to create sunshine energy in your life, even on the grayest of days. So that's your message. And I feel like the fairies are saying that, again, you're very beloved. They see you as the sun and emphasize your inner beauty and your outer beauty by wearing those pretty warm colors. Right, Pumpkin? That's nice. You like that? You like the way that feels? Ow. Look at the bubbles. Can you see the bubbles? I don't think she noticed. She doesn't notice the bubbles, but it looks like she's looking at them. You, yes, I grow some marigold flowers. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. It could be that the fairies are saying, thank you for growing those pretty flowers. Keep doing that. Also, but you're about to approach a time that like your physical beauty is like really heightened and people, it's not just physical, it's like you glowing, like I think this, new job will be really good for you because it kind of gives you a sense of pride that kind of shows outward. People notice it. Yeah. Thank you, dear Cherry. You're very true. You are. Feeling of being uh, able to contribute. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel nice that when you feel like you can finally contribute. I mean, we all are contributor to the life, to the flow of life, but it's hard sometimes to really see it, and it's just way more obvious and easy to see it when we're part of a mechanism, a thing that force, workforce. I'm sitting in one more interview today. They selected me, but the interview is today, like final round. Oh, even though I have joined already. Well, it's good. They're gonna see you favorably. They really will. But still, I want to attend that just to gain experience. Good. I think that will be set a good impression too. All right, my friends, my sparkles of light. It's time. It is time to say good night. Ah, that should what I say every time I leave. All right, my friends, my sparkles of light. It is time. It is time to say good night. Adieu, 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 adieu. Farewell, sweet dreams, and faith, just and pixie dust.